Welcome to Formosa Dream Chasers.
We're your hosts, Mary Ann
and Qing-En.
Please join us as we explore the journeys amazing people take in pursuit of their dreams.
And get insights from their experiences.
Let's hit the road.
And get started.
Hello and welcome to Formosa Dream Chasers. Last week, we sat down to chat with animation director and founder of Aco Creative, Aco Chang, on how she got started in animation. Today, we continue our talk with her to find out more how she started her company, the challenges she faced, and also what her advice is to those wanting to get into the animation industry.
So after graduating, you came back to Taiwan. What motivated you to move back instead of, staying in the UK to develop your career? And why did you start your own company?
I have always dreamed of running my own studio. After graduation in 2020, I returned to Taiwan because of the pandemic. This unexpected push led me to start freelancing, working on various animation and visual projects for commercial clients. I faced many challenges in the beginning. I gradually built a loyal client base and find the right partners to help achieve my goals. At one point, I wrote hundreds of cold emails, reaching out to strangers in hope of expanding my business internationally. Luckily, when My Grandmother is an Egg, this film premiered at Hot Dogs Film Festival, I connected with Public Television Taiwan and they showed interest in my work. This opened the door for the collaboration on Hello to Me in 100 Years. Early in the production stage, I decided to officially establish my company, Aco Creative, to streamline the workflow. I'm incredibly grateful to PTS for giving me that opportunity when I needed it most.
From what we understand, Aco Creative is a very successful company, and you and your team have completed over 35 creative projects from around the world, and you are now working on promoting Taiwanese culture internationally. Was this always part of your goal when you started the company?
I would say my animated short films has rooted in Taiwan because it's my root. And I would like to use the medium of animation to reach more audiences because animation is such a powerful medium. It transcends language and cultural barriers and making it accessible to people everywhere. My work naturally reflects Taiwan cultural roots. From My Grandmother is an Egg, I set two goals during the early development stage. The first is to create a piece that focuses on women, and second is to make a distinctly Taiwanese. The film achieved both goals and went on to screen at international film festival worldwide, connected with audience from all kinds of backgrounds. And I also received reviews and feedbacks and was invited for interviews by platforms like Focus Mandarin Program, OMNI Canada, and in CG Media. Another film, Hello to Me in 100 Years, was later selected as a special program at the International Public TV Conference Input, where I participated in a Q&A session moderated by the chief editor of NHK and the production coordinator from Nickelodeon. It was an honor to discuss the film alongside public broadcasters from different countries, and the film was nominated at the prestigious international competition. So through the release of my animation films, I hope more people around the world can experiment story from Taiwan. Ultimately, I want to help increase Taiwan's visibility on the international stage.
And Aco recently received the UK Alumni Award for Culture and Creativity. What does this recognition mean to you, and what do you think the UK experience contributed to your development as an artist?
Well, receiving the Study UK Alumni Awards, Culture and Creative Award is a huge recognition for me. After graduation from the RCA in 2020, I returned to Taiwan and 5 years has passed in a blink of an eye. I have always had a mindset of never stopping, constantly pushing myself forward. Over the years, I directed animated films, and these films have been selected for over 100 international film festivals, including Oscar or BAFTA qualified landmark film festivals, such as BFI London Film Festivals, Anime Fest Zagreb, and SIGGRAPH Asia. So I think for me, this honor represents a culmination of all the hard work and dedication I've put in over these past 5 years. It does means a lot for me.
Since you work up close with the animation industry here in Taiwan, could you tell us a little bit more about the market here? Do you feel that the market is a mature market, and your thoughts and perspectives on how animation as an industry works here?
I believe Taiwan's animation industry is flourishing with large companies of over 100 employees and increasing number of small studios emerging. We have moved past the era of outsourcing and now have many companies and directors dedicated to developing original IP, original animated content. And the government has also invested significant resources into the industry. We also have an association to gather everyone. So I think things is getting better and better.
So as an artist and entrepreneur, what do you think the Taiwanese government could do better to support the animation and creative industries in Taiwan?
I believe the government could do more to support animation by offering project-based funding and creating platforms that help creators connect with international markets. Promoting arts education is also essential, especially as we move into an AI-driven era where creative industry will be affected. So I think the government should keep up with the time and introduce relevant measures to support these changes, because it changes too fast. And for anyone looking to follow a similar path, my advice: stay curious, don't be afraid to explore new possibilities and experiment. At the same time, find your own voice and focus on the topic, the issue you truly care about. Authenticity and passion will make your work resonate with others.
Because you mentioned about AI, I would like to better understand, how do you see AI impacting the animation industry? What challenge does it bring up?
Well, I would say at the moment, AI could be very helpful for like animation director or creators to develop their ideas, especially in the pre-production stage when we do the concept art or like a test of animation style, something like that. It could be somehow feel helpful. But for the production stage, I think lots of companies are testing the technique and to make the animation, I mean the in-between animation with AI, something like that. And it's developing, and we will see how it works in not too long, I would say. And because it changed so fast, the AI technology, it changed not every year, it changed every month, or I would say it changed every week or every day. Lots of new things pop up every day, and to stay focused on the trend will be very important for creators. And I would say to have the mental flexibility would be another thing we should focus on, because it changed so fast, and sometimes what we learned at the moment might not be useful in like 5 years later. So to have the mental flexibility and to be flexible for changing ourselves is another topic we need to concern about.
I think that was very good advice, actually, especially the portion where you mentioned about how quickly technology improves, especially like what people learn today might not be applicable anymore. So that was very useful and insightful. Thank you.
Is there any interesting project you would like to share to our audience?
At the moment, I'm developing my latest film, and I'm making 2 films at the same time. When it's completed, everyone will see it in film festivals. And I have always concerned about the issue of women and feminism. So let's see how it develops, because I will try to test and experiment more technology and materials in my latest film. And I think it's an ongoing journey that never stopped, because I think that's why I love animation, because it has a huge potential, and I never know where I'm going to reach.
We've briefly touched upon your animated films in the course of our chat, and to give an overview of the 3 animated films you've made. The first one is My Grandmother is an Egg, which is a film that reflects the fragility and resilience of a woman who faced oppression from unjust Confucian traditions, and it's centered on the director's grandmother's experience as a 동양시. Here is Aco Chang to tell us more about the film.
Hi everyone, I'm Chang. Today I'm going to introduce my film, My Grandmother is an Egg. This animated short film is based on my grandmother's experience as a 동양시. 동양시 is a traditional practice of prearranged marriage, selling or giving a young girl to another family to be raised as a future daughter-in-law. The tradition has vanished for decades, but the patriarchal shadow still lingers. Focusing on the female issues, the film aims to reflect upon women's oppression and the struggle for freedom. Trying to be true to the historical context in Taiwan, the narration of the film is done by doing interviews with my grandmother's children and the research of feminism in animated short films during the pre-production stage. Let's talk about eggs. Egg is an important symbol in the film. Eggs are fragile, but at the same time tough. As the metaphor of women in the film, the eggs are the symbolization of the productive roles in a male-dominated society. After labor and operation experienced by a 동양시, the film reaches its climax with Hakka, old mountain song, combined with turbulent waves. Behind the real check, there is the sea. Across the sea, therein lies freedom. Except for 2D animation with hand-painting texture, this film contains multiple experimental practices, such as animating with eggs, egg white, and egg yolk, digital cutout animation, and paint on old photos. This film also contains historical archives, the household registration transcript during the time of Taiwan under Japanese rule. From a personal witness to the general phenomena in the whole society, the audience may glimpse the long past, imagine women's situation in our own times, and look forward to strive for the gender equality in the future. And I also hope the audience may gain a fresh insight into the impact of social norms and power structure on our daily life. I hope you enjoy the film.
Here's the trailer of the film.
在我们台湾，在阿婆那个年代哦，就有那种童养媳的就是把自己的小孩、女孩，差不多有2、3岁，有时候更小，就是也送给别人，然后自己又再去别人家又抱了一个小孩，做 童养媳。
Another work which you touched upon earlier, which is Hello to Me in 100 Years, is a film that combines children's interviews, historical archives, and paintings to explore the imaginative worlds across time. It highlights that life needs one another, so we won't be alone. And your third animated film is called Bird, which talks about a girl suffering from a feeling of great discomfort that comes without warning, like an uncontrollable disaster. When the panic is accompanied by a flapping of wings, a chaotic, dissociated journey into her unconsciousness begins. So, where can our audience find out more about your works or check out your works?
My work could be seen on some live stream platform like 爱学影展 or like 公视家, the PTS Plus, or Gilo, the documentary live stream platform. And also Mother could be seen on my website, and I will have the link for everyone.
Thank you, Aco, for your time. We appreciated getting a better understanding of your industry and gaining some insights as well, especially for those who are looking to get into animation. Thank you very much for sharing with us your journey and experience.
Thank you so much for listening my journey.
We end today's episode with a song from one of Taiwan's rising hip-hop groups, 911 or Joey, who talks about pursuing your dreams consistently every day. So you get up and fight for your dreams tomorrow one more time.
困饱就爬起来，徛着我的乌肚摆早顿放脚放内，奋斗打拼的心酸，无人会当来了解，查甫人目屎吞巴来。不管风吹雨打也是出日头，为着家庭的温暖，我爱拼出头。所有突然今仔日拢放雨流，我相信明天一定会更好。明仔才过来 ，Tomorrow one more time， 明仔才过来，你一定爱忍耐。明仔才过来，明仔才过来，你一定爱过来。明仔才过来 ，Tomorrow one more time， 明仔才过来，你一定爱忍耐。明仔才过来，明仔才过来。我做过饮料店嘛，做过咖啡厅，我驶过客丁车嘛，摆过夜市啊，我嘛穿甲上辣，做过槟榔摊，才知影全部我拢做袂下。不管来做啥，头家拢嫌我含慢，就算爱加班，我也袂甲伊怨叹。一步一脚印，我来慢慢过难关。我相信天公伯会来听咱。晚上的道别，我们称呼为晚安。晚上到餐厅上去吃的东西，我们称呼为晚餐。吃饱的笑容，服务员的笑容，显得特别灿烂。就算没有太阳，这夜晚也不会太过阴暗。说不定我们曾经见过面，也曾经聊过天。或许你我也都忘了，一面之缘也算是一个缘。面对不同的人事物，让我重新认识的人之初，目的都是为了生活。如果人生能够重来，我再读点书。明仔才过来。